Hey everyone, Emily Baker here with my partner Erin Simons. And today, Erin, we're going to go over an objection that we are hearing over and over and over again when it comes to listing appointments.
That's right. I mean, as the market is starting to soften in many areas, as some people who bought within the last 1, 2, 3, 4 years are finding themselves in a position where they now need to sell, yet they don't have the equity that they were hoping for, we're starting to see the commission discount objection or question, right, start to come up more frequently than what we've seen in the past. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say that, everything sounds great. We've built a good rapport. We're at the appointment and you ask me outside of agreeing on a price that would cause your property to sell for top dollar in today's market, what would prevent us from working together today? And I say to you, you know, um, I've interviewed, as I told you, and another agent said that they would do it for a lesser compensation.
So, first off, we should make a disclaimer here for everyone that there is no set compensation, correct?
That's right. They do it at a lesser compensation.
Right. Just making sure everyone who's listening is clear on that, as we are clear on that.
Yep.
So you say to me, right, as the seller, I'm the agent, that you're talking to someone else who's willing to do it for a lesser compensation,
Mhm.
right? And what I might say to you is, hey, I can certainly appreciate that. And Emily, can I share with you how trying to save that money up front will actually end up costing you potentially 3 to 5% in the long run?
Sure.
Well, you see, here's one thing that you have to consider. So that agent who's willing to do it for a lesser compensation, the first concern I would have would be their ability to negotiate. You see, Emily, the question I would have for you is how many times did you have to ask that agent to get them to agree to reduce their compensation? Or is that what they were offering you out of the gate?
Yeah, they were just offering that.
Yeah, see, that's what makes me so nervous. If that agent doesn't have the ability to negotiate for themselves, how well do you think they're going to do when it comes to negotiating with the equity in your home when they've got an aggressive buyer on the other side?
Hmm.
So that's the first thing is number one, their ability to negotiate or inability to negotiate, right? That's number one. The second thing that I would look at is, okay, Emily, if an agent is only charging you that lesser compensation, that means they're only keeping, a certain amount for themselves, correct?
Yes.
So by the time, let's say they pay their broker, they pay their taxes, they pay themselves, how much money do you think is going to be left over to spend on actually marketing your home? You see, we spend over X amount a month marketing our listings. And who do you think is going to be able to bring more qualified buyers through your home? That agent who's discounting, who doesn't have the budget to market, or an aggressive agent like myself, who's out there marketing and spending money on marketing every day to drive traffic? Who do you think is going to ultimately net you more money?
Yeah, probably the marketing.
Right. So that's the second thing to look at. And then the third thing is incentive or lack of incentive. So what I mean by that is that agent who's willing to do it for the lesser commission, they actually don't have an incentive to sell your home. Can I share with you why?
Yeah.
You see, the longer your home sits on the market, the more open houses they can do, the more site calls they receive, the more internet inquiries that they get, that they can take those buyers and go sell them other homes that are offering higher compensation. So, do you really want your house, right, with an agent who's actually disincentivized to sell it so they can collect leads to go get paid more on other houses? Is that what you want your house doing? Probably
Well,
not.
yeah, but I mean, this agent, they seemed, like they had integrity and that, I mean, they were really confident on the price.
I'm sure they do, but let me ask you this question. When was the last time you paid less and got more? Would you agree that things go on sale for a reason?
Hmm.
You don't have a discount home, do you?
No.
No, so why would you be looking to hire a discount agent? You see, the fact that they aren't able to negotiate, they aren't able to market, and they actually don't have an incentive to sell your home, that's where trying to hire that agent will cost you 3 to 5% in the long run. And you're not looking to lose money, you're looking to net the most money possible, correct?
Yes.
So let's do the right thing, put us to work, and let us go get you top dollar. Fair?
Fair. Nailed it. I also love Aaron, the key on the marketing one is so prevalent right now because there's more active listings in your market than ever. So that means that there's more competition in your market. So the properties that don't have the marketing budget are not going to get in front of the one buyer who's willing to pay top dollar for the property, right? It's all about exposure in this market.
Yeah. That's when you lay it out like that for a seller, they aren't thinking about how trying to save that money up front will cost them in the long run. And the minute you put a logical explanation in front of them with the lack of marketing, the lack of negotiation, right? And then of course the lack of incentive, it makes perfect sense. And we know it's true.
Yeah.
And we're not you know, listen, we're not belittling any agent who is out there charging, let's say, less than what you might charge. However, it does kind of make sense, correct? We are in a free market. We are in a free market where results do speak for themselves.
Yeah. And you get what you pay for.
That's exactly right. Capitalism.
All right. Don't back down. Don't let them hire a discount agent and show your value.